ISIS is honoring President Obama. He is the founder of ISIS. He's the founder of ISIS, okay? He's the founder.
As I've said before, this aspect of our strategy was moving too slowly, but the fall of Ramadi has galvanized the Iraqi government. So with the additional steps I ordered last month, we're speeding up training of ISIL forces, including volunteers from Sunni tribes in Anbar province.
He founded ISIS. And I would say the co-founder would be crooked Hillary Clinton. Co-founder.
Stories. Just before Obama left office, he sent $1.7 billion in cash to Iran. The money was delivered in actual cash.
Straight from the horse's mouth, ladies and gentlemen, Barack Hussein Obama is directly responsible for this Iranian conflict. Yes, I blame him because, as you can see from the beginning of this video, nothing to do with anything I said. He said himself that he was paying Iran money.
The United States and Iran are now settling a long-standing Iranian government claim against the United States government. Iran will be returned its own funds, including appropriate interest, but much less than the amount Iran sought.
Now, why was he doing this? He really didn't have a good reason to do it. His explanations for this are stupid. He didn't have to pay any money. Like, if we owed money, we could have just whatever, just ignore him. Like, we don't care about them. We don't want y'all to have any money. We want y'all to be broke. But he did pay them, and this is after he publicly talked tough in a debate against Mitt Romney, where he pretended as though he was basically saying all the same stuff that President Trump is saying now. Oh, we can't have Iran have a nuclear weapon. We can't have them attacking Israel in the United States. They want to wipe out both. He said all of the same stuff in the past.
The issue of Iran, yep. As long as I'm president of the United States, Iran will not get a nuclear weapon. I made that clear when I came into office. We then organized the strongest coalition and the strongest sanctions against Iran in history, and it is crippling their economy. Their currency has dropped 80%. Their oil production has plunged to the lowest level since they were fighting a war with Iraq 20 years ago. So their economy is in a shambles. And the reason we did this is because a nuclear Iran is a threat to our national security, and it's a threat to Israel's national security. We cannot afford to have a nuclear arms race in the most volatile region of the world. Iran's a state sponsor of terrorism, and for them to be able to provide nuclear technology to non-state actors, that's unacceptable. And they have said that they want to see Israel wiped off the map. So the work that we've done with respect to sanctions now offers Iran a choice. They can take the diplomatic route and end their nuclear program, or they will have to face a united world and a United States president, me, who said we're not going to take any options off the table.
Meanwhile, the entire time, he and Hillary Clinton were directly responsible for funding ISIS and the terror proxies. So both Iraq and Iran funded terror proxies for Al-Qaeda, for ISIS, for Hezbollah, and for the Houthis, and for others. And everybody knows this in government. They all know it, but they decided to fund them anyway. Hillary Clinton at the time was obsessed with taking out the Soviet Union. So, hey, let's just fund ISIS. Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton were in on it.
One thing I see out there just happened today in Tehran. They're burning down the Saudi embassy. You see that. Now, what that is Iran wants to take over Saudi Arabia. They always have. They want the oil, okay? They've always wanted that. They have a bunch of dishonest people. They've created ISIS. Hillary Clinton created ISIS with Obama. Created with Obama.
So with the additional steps I ordered last month, we're speeding up training of ISIL forces, including volunteers from Sunni tribes in Anbar province.
So if you think if we walked away from this, didn't give them money today, it would be worse for us from a security standpoint?
I do. We're building a relationship that just did not exist. I said in our last trip when you were with me that we had a huge trust deficit, in part because the United States had to be fair, we had helped to create the problem we're now fighting.
How?
Because when the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan, we had this brilliant idea that we were going to come to Pakistan and create a force of mujahideen, equip them with Stinger missiles and everything else to go after the Soviets inside Afghanistan. And we were successful. The Soviets left Afghanistan, and then we said, great, goodbye, leaving these trained people who were fanatical in Afghanistan and Pakistan, leaving them well armed, creating a mess, frankly, that at the time we didn't really recognize. We were just so happy to see the Soviet Union fall, and we thought, okay, fine, we're okay now. Everything's going to be so much better. Now you look back, the people we're fighting today, we were supporting in the fight against the Soviets.
We also have a history of kind of moving in and out of Pakistan. I mean, let's remember here, the people we are fighting today, we funded 20 years ago. And we did it because we were locked in this struggle with the Soviet Union. They invaded Afghanistan, and we did not want to see them control Central Asia, and we went to work.
Is responding for the very first time to questions about the controversial $400 million cash payment to Iran. It was one of the issues that came up at his news conference yesterday at the Pentagon. The president also discussed America's new airstrikes against ISIS in Libya. Major Garrett is at the White House with the president's pushback against Donald Trump and other critics. Major, good morning.
Good morning. President Obama called talk of ransom paid to Iran for U.S. hostages a transfer that was carried out in big bundles of non-U.S. currency, the stuff of spy novels. The president said it was actually much more boring than that. Money that was owed to Iran in the first place and simply couldn't be transferred any other way. After reviewing military efforts against ISIS in Iraq and Syria, President Obama, for the first time, addressed questions about a $400 million payment to Iran at the time 4 detained Americans were released.
We announced these payments in January, many months ago. There wasn't a secret. This wasn't some nefarious deal. We do not pay ransom for hostages. We do not pay ransom. We didn't here, and we won't in the future.
As yet, the administration has refused to say if the plane ferrying the Americans from Iran to Switzerland departed before or after the currency arrived, deepening the sense Iran viewed it as ransom.
So before anybody gets on Trump's ASS, I'm trying not to cuss in this video, learn the history, pay attention. I'm surprised, you know, there's a lot of older people too who like pretend like they don't know this. I'm like, what happened to you? Did you forget? Like, I'm confused because this is all stuff that's been on TV. It's captured for the internet. How do you not see this stuff? Barack Hussein Obama funded Iran, funded ISIS, and so did Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton wasn't the president, but she supported the funding of ISIS at the time to take out the Soviet Union. These people funded terrorists because it was convenient to have terrorists working for us. Basically like little puppet masters. And then when they turn against us, oh God, we don't know what to do. But when President Trump does something, oh my gosh, he's such a boogeyman. He's so evil, clutching my pearls. Calm the frick down. He's just cleaning up this mess that you loser Democrat leaders created. You don't know what the hell you're doing. You don't use terrorists to destroy your enemies and then hope the terrorists don't turn around and turn the weapons against you, even though they've been declaring for like the last, in some cases, longer than some of these people have been alive, that they want to wipe Israel and the United States and all of Western civilization. Shout out to Mahmoud Khalil, the guy who they just released back into the United States, wants to wipe Western civilization off the face of the earth. And then want to cry about it when we destroy a couple nuclear facilities. I'm not trying to hear the crying. You guys started this. President Trump has to clean up the mess that these losers created. So I've shown the proof and evidences. They said it themselves, not just me. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think that this is still President Trump's fault? Do you blame Obama, Hillary Clinton, Trump, all of the above? I mean, Trump did just get here, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I'm out.
Anymore. We gave them a stockpile of money. The reason they were able to support the attacks that we saw a year and a half ago in Israel because of Hamas is supported by Iran. We gave them the money under the Obama administration.
That has nothing to do with the nuclear program, though.
We were totally wrong. We empowered them to do that. We empowered Hezbollah. We empowered the Houthis. If anyone is to blame, it's the Obama administration for giving them that money.
So,
we should have never been involved in that.
The International Atomic Energy Agency
They were all wrong. They were fundamentally wrong. We gave them the money that funded the terrorist attacks that we've seen in the last year and a half. Couldn't be more.